Hello everyone, it's time for me to show you the new model, Knick Knack Flasher X, I don't know what to name it. I have a new model to show you. This model was a mistake just like my other model, which is way simpler. The Flexagon flower. It's like it's extremely simple, but this one's a little more intricate. It's a flasher. What happened was that I was making a model by Jeremey Shafer. If you've been in the origami community, you probably know who he is. Love him. I've been using his videos, his models for a long time to make my origami. Well, I was making the Knick Knack. I don't know what I did. I did a wrong fold. I see it kind of looks like a flasher. So I fixed up some of the folds and I came up with this. If it rotates around this line right here, and use an ISO area fold so it's the same on both sides. Yeah. So, yeah, this is what's gonna be made. It's much longer than what my Flexagon flower would take. I made that video 2 times, check it out if you want. Especially the first one, my brother's adorable. That's mostly, I just watched that video over and over again because he's so adorable. I don't want to see me folding, I just want to see my little brother. It's adorable. I'm gonna show a clip of it. And I've actually showed a clip of it in another video.
Just be careful not to make any mistakes.
I haven't posted in a long time. Yeah, it's hard to do YouTube videos, especially when you're uninspired and do not know what to do. Bye. To make this, you need any square sheet of paper. It can be origami paper, or it can be a printer paper cut square. It doesn't matter what size it is, as long as it's a square. And for this one, I'm going to use a 6x6 piece of origami paper. I'm probably going to make a tutorial on how to make a square out of rectangle paper, like printer paper and stuff. Let's start. Flashers are usually made from 8x8, 16x16, or even 32x32 grids. But this one uses a 6x6 grid, which makes it a little bit trickier because of the first step, which is folding in thirds. If you know how to do it, you can. But for those who don't know how to, the easiest way, the paper into this S shape, and then line up all 3 edges until they're the same size. Try to be exact as possible. This is my weak spot in origami. It takes me forever to make a thirds fold. But now, once you get it to the same length, put it down. You're gonna make a crease on the bottom. Sure, this top is lined up. See? Told you can never make it perfect. So now you have your thirds. And now what you're going to do is fold in half, which divides the middle segment in half. Okay. Motorcycle. Okay, now that divided the middle segment in half, now we're going to get this edge and line it up with the first crease, lining it up, and this divides another of the segments in half. You're going to turn it over, and you're going to do the same thing. This edge goes to that crease right there. And then you're going to do the thirds thing again. And now give yourself a pat on the back. You have just made a 6x6 grid. The most annoying grid for me. Now, we will make our diagonal creases. The first that you have to do is, here you see you have our middle in there. Okay. I have marked down the middle. Now what I'm going to do is bring all these tips into the middle. Both mid creases line up at that, both intersect at that point, and that point's the middle. So now, I'm going to fold it into the middle. Make sure it's exact as possible. Now you're going to do that. It's the same thing with the other one. And the other one. Now you're going to get this and fold it into the last intersection of creases. Put that down. Right there. If you see these parts of the grid intersect. So you're going to get this tip and fold it up to that point. Crease all the way. Nice and sharp. Now turn it and do the same thing. You're going to fold this corner to that point right there. Yeah. Okay. Let me fold to that top crease. Now we're going to turn. Do the same thing. Fold to the intersection. You can see it better if I pull it closer right there. Okay. Make sure to do it on all four sides. Let's take it out. Turn it. Do the last side. And you are now done with the diagonal creases. Give yourself another pat on the back. And now it should look something like this. Kind of a grid of diagonal creases and a grid of not diagonal creases. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight. There's a square right here in the middle. I'm just going to... Okay, that's a messy square. But you get the point. It's the middle square of creases. And now what you're going to do is do something called an iso area fold. I know it sounds daunting. You'll see this crease, which goes down to this point. What we're going to do, one side, this side, is going to have already a mountain fold. And then you're going to rotate and follow it down this line. You're going to get this part of the square, and you're going to pinch it down. What we're going to do is that we're going to flip it over. This crease right here. With your right hand, you're going to pinch that crease. And right there, make sure you do it on the crease perfectly. Pinch, 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 all the way through. Make sure it's a mountain fold. Right, there. So now that it's a mountain, you're going to do the same thing as we did here. And you know how we turned like this? We're going to turn this way. And we're going to pinch this side of the square. So, remember, your left on the bottom, right up top, pinching, pinching. Make sure that you don't pinch too far out. You see this midline that goes from this point to this point. You're going to make sure that is a valley crease by flipping it over, getting that crease right there. And we're going to pinch it. Right, your left hand on the bottom. And your right hand is going to pinch, pinch, pinch. Just that crease. And now we're going to flip it over. And you'll see that on this side, it's a valley crease. So, now that it's a valley crease, press down on that point so that it sinks down. Make sure that these are both valleys by flipping over and pinching. That will make them a valley on this side. You can do that on this side too. You're going to flip it over. You're going to pinch this crease and this crease. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to grab the paper like this. See? So thumb, index like this. And you'll have your middle finger and the rest of your hand on the back like this. Same with this side. Close it up like this. These are valleys. You're folding on these two. What you're going to do is that you're going to push these together and flatten it down. And you're going to get all these creases and we're going to fold them up. Now you're pretty much almost done. There's only one more step on each of these that you have to do. There's a triangle right here, kind of creases. What we're going to do is that we're going to lift it up. And you're going to grab this. You can pinch it right here. Only for this segment. And hold it down so that the rest stays a valley fold. And we're going to lift it up on this crease and this crease, right? And then grab it like this so that this stays a valley. Make sure this is a mountain. We're going to pinch right here and pinch right here. And we're going to fold them together like this. Make sure it's a crease right here. We're going to do the same thing. So go over here and find the middle crease. And only for this segment, you're going to pinch. Make sure to hold right there. And we're going to fold it up because these are already valleys. Fold them up on this. So you can pinch it down here and down here. And now what we're going to do is hold it like this. Index in the middle. Right here. And then we're going to pinch this right here. Pinch this right here. Grab it together and flatten. Fold. Nice and sharp. Now you've done it on two sides. If you've ever done ice area folds, what you do on one side, you must do on the other side. So flip over. And you see these two sections, we're going to do the same thing. Pinch on this middle crease on this segment. Make sure this and this. And these two are folded in. I'm doing this a little bit faster because you already know what to do here, and it's the same thing. I'm going to hold it here, pinch, pinch. There we go. There's one side, and then turn over, do the same thing, pinch right here. You're gonna fold it right here, and you're gonna pinch right here, and then we're gonna hold it like this and pinch together. Now that you've done all four sides, congrats, you're pretty much done. Now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna have all of these fold at the same time. So pinch these together, make sure they're pretty much flatten them. Make this crease but nice and light, really light. On this side, make it really light. Flip it over. Fold it up. Make sure this is right here. So you're gonna pinch, you're gonna make that fold again. And then pinch very lightly right here. And make sure to do that same thing. Pinch very lightly, pull back, right there. And if you see, this kind of looks like a one-piece ninja star, which you could easily, if you tuck these corners in on all sides, like this, you could easily make like a windmill, like ninja star. This is, I think, another really tricky step. Unfold this flap, and this flap, and this flap. Now, what we're going to do is remake those creases that you had before. There. Ah, why is that not unfolded? Let's see. Okay. Just fold each of these out. That right there, and that right there. Now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna open right here. So you're gonna fold right here, and then you see these, you're gonna push this in so that these open more like a mouth. And kind of like, this is kind of like the squashing you do in like a water bomb base. So you're gonna squash it in. Squash it all the way so that these two tips touch. And you're gonna hold right here, and then make sure to flatten it right here, so on the crease right there. Make sure it's straight, and then flatten it down. Same thing on this side. It's already done. And so you pretty much have it. Just fold this back and fold this forward. Now what I like to do with all my flashers is make little handles up here. And you can make a handle right here. Doesn't matter where you put the handles. I just like putting them. We just get the flap and fold it up. Stick them out like this. And ta-da! The Knick Knack flasher, or whatever I'm going to figure out how to name it once I finish editing this video. Thank you for making this model with me. Camera skills might not be the best because I haven't done this in, what, a year. But yeah, I hope this comes out good. I hope you did it and you love the model. If the comments are working, please write down what you think I should make in the comments. If you love this, make sure to like, subscribe, share. What else is there? Comment if the comments work, and I'll see you later. The tip.